good morning. Hope you're doing well. Move my bottle. Maybe here, yeah. My setup is different and I kind of love this. I wanted a more clean, oh, there's my little light, sorry. Clean surrounding. So I'm set up on the other side of my spot and I really love this energy. So guys, let me get right into this. I'm actually just fiddling around with the deck of cards I got from my special person. And I just want to see what card comes out for an image. This is the Banksy deck. So interesting, because we have one card that says arse, with the man sitting there that just fell out, this, you know, a girl crying possibly, or some, like, you know, shedding some sadness. And we do have an arse. So maybe there's an energy right now today about kiss my ass, literally. It's a really interesting energy this week, and it's going to be grand. Not only because we have the Ring of Fire is what I'm calling it. It's the solar eclipse in Capricorn energy, and you may want to look up where Capricorn is on your chart. I am an ascendant Capricorn, and this means I'm supposed to ascend, literally. That's how I would put it. I'm not sure if that's the exact technical term, but my ascendant is Capricorn, and I do understand that that's where I'm supposed to head towards in the next life. So for me, it's a huge time, and I already know that I will be getting many downloads coming up, because not only is it this Capricorn season that brings knowledge and information, it's also January. And if you guys know me and you've been on this channel, January, hi Kitty, is a month where I get downloads that are scary, that, you know, I might get names, I might get numbers, addresses, I get images, I go to people's homes and I'll be right there with them. So I'm interested in seeing what comes this way for me for the next, I don't know, month or so. Very interested to see. So I've pulled from the Voodoo deck to get just some overall energy here. And we actually got the King of Fire. And this is the Fire King. So this is fire on top of fire. But I'm actually going to read a bit from the book, because the information I found most interesting here is about, first of all, I'll give you the description. In the book, it says that this could be a man with blonde, red, or reddish black hair, blue, hazel, or light brown eyes. So for description wise, some people like to know that. Really doesn't matter, because I know not everyone's going to fit that description, but it's a collective description, the energy. It's very intense. And the role of this masculine is to literally burn straight through everything. So I feel like the masculines are going through a huge transformation this week, and it is going to be, they're going to be burning some bridges, we could say, like just burning things up. And it's something that has to happen. It's like the call of the wild, the call of the man. This card, this king, also represents riots. And the riots are ones that challenge the established order of things, just as the Greek hero did, is what they're bringing up. Doesn't matter. But it challenges the establishments of their beliefs. So that's what I'm getting here. Now, interestingly enough, we have the Queen of Water. But this is the air queen of water. It's hard to explain this. So this is not the water queen. This is the air queen. So it actually could be the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups does represent air sign, Gemini and Cancer. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. She's carrying around a man's head that she has chopped off. Now, let me get into this quickly. The severed head held by the Mambo represents illusions or faulty perception. The sword has been used to isolate the illusion by chopping it off. and rendering it harmless. So the feminines are also going through a transformation of their own where they're about to really take a good look at what's going on in their life. And it's not going to affect them so much anymore because they're just going to chop it. And I'm not saying that anyone is going to chop their twin off, and I'm not saying you're not. And also, a further message I had is, and it's really weird because I don't get messages like this often, is there's going to be just a lot of truths brought out, and it's necessary. It's really necessary to get in touch with yourself. And the fact that she has this snake on her head, the spirit animals, they say they're usually supposed to be around your head area because that's where they do the most work. But this card actually also mentions that you may want to get your energy here cleaned up. So anyhow, the feminine energy, I just see them just cutting things where they are and moving forward on a full new canvas. And the message I got that I didn't mention yet has to do with false twins. And what I was guided to share with you is that regardless if you're in a false twin situation or a real twin situation, those titles have to be dropped. It's, do you want to be with the person or not? Because if you do, you can be. You can be happily with the person, but it starts with yourself, no matter what situation you're going to be in. This card that came out with the Queen, and I felt because it came in the middle, you can't see how it landed. This has to do with being supplied with everything that you need from the universe to move forward and to see and to figure everything out. So this week moving into this new moon is going to bring huge changes. And I would say that this is a time to probably, you don't have to be alone, but go within. That's for sure, okay? So I'm going to call on the angels. I have my beautiful chime here, and I couldn't find another one when I went to Paris, and I didn't know what this was about. And the girl said to me, she gave me a pamphlet as well. This is the angel frequency. So maybe you want to look up that frequency. I hope you're all doing your meditations. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's begin. Let's see what's going on this week with your person. The other message I had woken up to is to do a reading for those of you that have been ghosted. I don't know if, like, I want to say a show of hands. I mean, obviously many people have been ghosted, but for some reason I was guided to look into that, and I will look into that. I'm just not sure of how big of a deal that is, if you want to tell me if you've been ghosted or not, because I'm actually considering doing a separate video on that. Okay, my cards are upside down. And I do want to mention, I'm up to date with my readings. Well, I have one more today to complete. So if you do book this week, like not this week, if you book today, I'm going to guarantee to have your reading in by Sunday. Hopefully way sooner. You might receive it on Christmas Day or who knows. So I'm just letting you know, I'm finally complete with the Paris readings and everything, and I appreciate that so much. It was so much fun. The one book I didn't bring, I set myself up so beautifully here, and that's okay because we're not going to need it. The card that came out here, and I'm asking about your person's energy. You've been ghosted, huh? Okay. And you're a male. And you know, I want to say hi to all the guys on here. There has been a surge on my channel. I don't know about others. I had a dream of Ruben last night, which was very bizarre. But there's been a surge, and I really appreciate your feedback. Hi, Paul, because some of the masculines are explaining what they're going through with karmics or not with karmics, like with their divine feminine. And I just appreciate it because people really, we don't see the masculine's opinion, right? Thank you, Zero. But I saw a masculine the other day mentioning about the karmic and everything he's going through. And I was like, wow, I didn't even realize I have like masculines talking about the karmics and all that on my channel. Like you can see, and he's saying everything in the karmic reading is very true, and it's very scary and very upsetting. Okay, so here I am asking about the masculine energy some more, and we got the Master card. Now I don't have the book, and I'm still learning this deck, and you can always read as a reader, but I really am in love with this deck. I don't even know the name of it once again. I think it's the Osho Zen. I wish I've had this for years, and I haven't. I just got it recently. But what this tells me is that the masculine right now is working on mastering himself and mastering his beliefs, mastering his surroundings. I can't emphasize enough how much of a surge of energy I feel from the masculines. And maybe if you're ghosted from a masculine or feminine, if the feminine is the masculine energy with you. But if you're ghosted by your other person, that dominant person, the person that's most likely the runner, the whole thing they could actually be doing is working on themselves, working on their goals, growing from within. Look at the size of this man's beard, and growth. It's internal growth. This person, you know, the masculines are a bit fed up is what I'm just picking up now. They're a bit fed up of the way their life has been, the way their control has been taken out of their hands. And I know people are going to say, oh, they can do this and they can do that. I don't care. It's just what the message I'm getting. Control is, and it's true, control has been taken out of their hands, even if they gave it up, you know, like it's still not in their hands anymore. They're feeling, you know, someone who I spoke to, his description is, I feel like a peasant in my own house. You know, he's doing all the work. He's the provider. He's there and making sure everyone's okay. There's no sex. There's no contact. There's no communication. But he still has to do what he has to do. And his description was, I feel like a peasant in my own house or my own kingdom. I forget the exact wording. So there's just this energy of enough is enough. And it's really useful to remember that and to kind of just stay positive. Now I want to get to some tarot cards. So if your person has ghosted you, I'm going to just stick with that one card, and I'll do a separate video for ghosting this week because I do have time. But what that one message says is quite a lot, is that your person is going within. They're trying to solve things. They're trying to get things sorted out. And, you know, it's a break week right now for many people as well, right? If you have someone who works a regular job, even if they don't work a regular job, a lot of people take breaks right now because people have flown away or they're doing whatever they're doing. So this is actually a time for people like myself to finally have time for myself. I don't celebrate Christmas like that, where I have to go out or buy presents and all of that stuff. So for me, these holidays are actually my favorite times because I can escape and do nothing if I wanted to. Luckily, I have a lot of time, so I'm able to do something during the holidays while everyone else is taking their break, and that's okay. And that's how you know, I'm very masculine energy, by the way. I've been doing a lot of research on my chart. 9 of my signs in my chart are masculine. I have 1 feminine sign. So when I just said that and I looked at the King of Fire, I am a good example to tell you how they're feeling. But to be honest, when it comes to me and my person, I want to be the feminine part of it. But when I can't talk, I can't say it because honestly, I have a masculine energy to me and I'm trying to balance that. So I get what they're up to. I get it. It's a time to do whatever the heck you want and tell people to F off. You know, that's why we got that first card. It's like, kiss my ass. And for some of you, your masculine doesn't mean to be mean to you. The same, right, Gail? But your masculine this is just not a time to be pushy with your person. And maybe it's not a time for people to be pushy with you either. People are at their wits' end. It's the end of the year. It's a time where you can cut things, right? And it's also a good time for cutting things. So I know that that kind of is conflicting, but it is actually, it's a time to be weary. Hi, good morning, Cinda. But it's also a time to look, is there something you want to cut? Because today's the day. Like it's literally right now, it's time to cut it. And it doesn't mean you're cutting anything forever, but I will say the guidance I'm getting, the energy I'm getting is that there is no, for many, there's no reconciliation. There's not going to be. It has to be fresh. So, and I got that message verified because I heard it again. But there's no reconciliation. And I brought out the cards. I switched all my cards up. So if you book, you know, my freestyle reading, it's going to be all different cards this time around because I switched them up. And I brought back out the romance angels, and I'm like, I bet you the reconciliation card's going to come out. And it doesn't matter if it comes out or not. The reconciliation is not a reconciliation. It will have to be a new platform. So there's cuts that need to be made. This is the year to do that. This is the year to go hard. It really is. It's time. It's, you know, 2020, and these are powerful numbers. So if not for any other reason, if you're a number lover like me, just use it to your advantage, okay? Double twos. Ending old cycles is 1000% for sure. I'm just making sure all my cards are upright, and they are. But it's not even about just ending old cycles. It's about a full transformation. It's just like ending old cycles, but it's just not even to focus on the ending so much, is to be in the new and to appreciate that. You're cutting your family off, huh, Kitty? I can't see the whole thing, but I get that. I really do. I understand that. I actually was forced to face some family members yesterday who I don't like. And I went to my old area that I love to be in, but they go there now. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm going for my coffee and for my peace of mind. And I knew that they would show up. I even wore stuff that they had given me. I was totally prepared for it. And they asked where I had been and what I had been doing. And I don't tell them much of my business, but I had to sit there and take it in because I wanted to feel it out. And, you know, they don't get me. But I do realize that I don't necessarily need to cut them off, but I feel better. I feel nice. It was nice to see them. You know, they're my family. I grew up with them. But they don't understand me. So, you know, I'll keep it to these once in a while visits or bump-ins that I can plan because I know. I just knew. I knew exactly what time to leave the house, exactly where to sit in the coffee shop for them to come around the corner. I just knew the whole thing. And it happened. And that's another thing, guys. It goes back to that false twin message I had for you. And I think the reason they're using the term false twin is because there's people making comments, like not really on mine, but I don't know how I know, but I actually know there's people that are saying like, okay, yes, on mine, I've seen it. I think I'm with a false twin. I think he's my false twin. It doesn't matter if he's your false twin or not. If you like the person and you feel that strong of a connection that you even thought he was your twin, and you know, you want to give the relationship a chance, why not give it a chance? And also, you know, like, what do you have to lose? But do it when you've taken care of yourself first. No matter what relationship you go into, you have to go in being whole. And it's so true. And if some of you are getting triggered by your person, it's because you have to face those things. You have to look at them. I don't believe anymore in just leaving people and just ending relationships. I actually believe in trying it out as hard as you can, but healthy, and learning ways that work for you, because no relationship is going to be perfect. So if you have one that's somewhat like good, you might as well learn from it as much as you can. Okay, guys? Maybe the cards are ready to come out now. Let's see. I want to know the energy for this week is what I'm looking into, especially from your person. But I'll start with an overall energy. Like, what's the collective overall energy for this week, for this intense week that I am looking so forward to? I'm looking so forward to it, guys. I did a lot of cleansing. I think we all had that rough day 2 days ago, and I purged. Yesterday, when I woke up in the morning, I went for my jog at 7 in the morning, and I started puking. And I didn't know what it was. I'm like, holy smoly, like, I don't do that. I don't just puke. But I told you, like, I felt like I was going to explode anyways, and I was already not feeling very well. But, like, to jog and puke is not something for me. But I was purging. And it's funny because when I was throwing up, it was just water. But I knew I was purging. And my friend said to me, like, let it out, let all the emotions out. And I'm like, you're right. So I felt really good after. These cards, you know, some mystery week or what? Tell us what's going on for the week, or maybe, okay, here we go. Because I was just in my mind, and my cards can read my mind. I was just saying, fine, like give us the good that's going on for the week, and we get the Sun card. And that's good, you know. Because as much as the energy is intense, and for some of us, like, we know our masculine's going through so much shit, but then we see a sunny card and we're like, oh, well, they're having fun. It doesn't mean they're having fun, but it means that there are brighter days ahead. And not only that, we need to be happy if your person is having fun. In fact, we need to really like kind of allow them to do whatever they want. But this is a special week, okay? Like we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Judgment card. And what I pick up with this is, and the Lovers, the 8 of Batons, there's so much there, okay. With the Judgment card and the 10 of Pentacles, let bygones be bygones type of week is what I'm hearing here. Just because someone spends time with their family, it doesn't mean they, and of course they want to be there, like, you know, with their kids and with their family. Maybe they do really, truly, genuinely, you know, love those memories and love to be there. But what they're saying here is that even if there's some sort of a divorce, hi Sarah, you can go on my website. Even if there is a divorce in the background or whatever it may be, this is a week of happiness. That's what it's supposed to be. I would suggest you and I, we just go along with the flow and just get happy, because what do we have to lose? You know, I hear a lot of readers, not a lot actually, I don't hear a lot, but I hear a couple that talk about, you know, oh, it's fairy tales and this and that, and you're like in this air world. So what if you're in a positive, if you put yourself in a positive state, you can actually find many, many thousands of people, like maybe you can't find them, but you can look them up and whatever, who do that on a daily basis and are very successful. And if someone said something like that to them, they would never talk to them again, because that would go against everything that's brought them to the happy spot they're in. And see, the card that just fell out is the 10 of Cups, and it just fell accidentally. But this tells me there's a bittersweet ending to this. Like, there's some bittersweetness that's happening, and I actually want to do a video on the last Christmas, you know, the last Christmas like this. And it's kind of sad, to be honest, because what I'm seeing is a masculine here that does have a family. And for some of them, they do have children, or they do have responsibilities that they're tied to together, but it's over. They've grown to the spot they're supposed to grow. And it's true, like I'm hearing about a lot of people actually going through divorces or on the verge, or, you know, I heard from my family, one of my very close family members who I don't talk to all the time because she's moved. She's in a marriage, and, you know, she's my sister, my stepsister, but my sister, we don't talk like that much at all anymore. But she's in a marriage. She got herself a really handsome man from another country. And I heard that things are going really rough between them, to the point where he is going out with a newly divorced neighbor. And so, like, I know it's happening, right? When I hear it, I'm like, I know. I'm like, damn. And she's having to call the newly divorced neighbor and say, stay away from my husband. And I'm like, oh gosh, no. Like, you don't want to get in that situation. But I'm saying that there are a lot of endings that are happening right now. And I can tell you from that example, I believe the reason that that's happening in their life, because they're a really cute couple and they built a lot together, but they took on other people's responsibilities. I'm not going to get into it. Maybe one day I will, but not right now. But they took on other people's children, not their own. And, you know, with a mortgage, children, no one gets to see each other, spend time together, no more traveling. They did an honorable gesture to help another family out, and that's honorable of them. But they also got married very young. They didn't know each other. I mean, this person came from another country. There could have been some, and I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but there could have been ulterior motives wanting to be here in this beautiful country, right? And it's just red flag, red flag, red flag for me. And because I'm dealing with this twin flame stuff, I know it's a karmic situation. And, you know, sometimes you just have to go through that. So it's kind of a bittersweet time. Like, even if there's darkness looming, there's a completion energy here. It's going to be a sad Christmas for some. As much as it's going to be happy, it's going to be bittersweet, because they're going to know, for some, they know they want to be somewhere else. They have a connection somewhere else. But it's going to hurt to get there. It's not easy to get there, guys. So let's see what else it's saying for the week. How do these couples feel? And these are two different couples. Like, I really feel like this is like, we're talking about multiple people here, but the energy's the same. It's, you know, there's completions here. There's completions. And it's just a little sad that people put on a show, or, you know, it's nice that they're considerate for everyone else. Let me light my candle here. Thank you for this gift. Beautiful, from Wick Wax. I love it. The smell, actually, I'm surprised I didn't light it yet. Brightens my whole day. Okay. So the Strength card at the bottom, I'm seeing the King of Swords. I actually want to clarify the Strength card. There's an interesting energy to that. It's really weird. I'm picking up memory lane. Not for me, for other people. And this came in reverse. So we have double fours here. It will never be the same. I'm picking up on the energy of the masculine and the karmic that know this is not going to happen much more. This is like, you know, this is the final Christmas. And I'm picking up that they've had good times together. You know, they've had some great times together. But it's not there anymore. There's just, you can't even, nothing you could offer, or I don't know who could offer, like, for each other, the karmic and the masculine person, or, you know, the karmic situation there. I'm picking up karmic situation. Nothing you can offer each other at this point for them will change anything. It's done. It's complete. You notice in this Four of Swords, there's no marriage in the mirror there. There's an actual guardian angel, an angel saying, like, yeah, it's complete. Usually in the picture, you'll see the Six of Cups energy, or you'll see the Ten of Pentacles energy. No, it's done. So, and, you know, relationships do get to that point where it's just time to stop. Or if you want to stick around, it's just going to be a really dry season for the remainder of the time you stick around in it. So I am picking up someone reminiscing this week about the past, because they're going to be around family. They're going to be around all these energies that remind them of the good old days. And it's true. Yeah, like I saw that message there, you can't find the Christmas spirit in your heart. And I get it. Because Christmas is an energy. And it used to be a nice one, a fun one. Right now there's not even snow here. I like the changed energy for Christmas, because I think we need to do more of a Christmas year round, instead of, you know, Christmas energy year round of giving and sharing and kindness. I don't even know if that still exists for Christmas. Aww. I don't want to run away from this. I'm actually looking forward to this week of solitude and doing what I love doing. And I have my little girl coming after Christmas. So she'll be here. That will be great. So, King of Wands. We have a lot of fire energy. And it's the Ring of Fire. It's the Ring of Fire. It really is. You know, when I just said the Ring of Fire there the first time, I pictured a wedding ring burning off. So, eclipse, right? It's getting eclipse season. Yeah, because the darkness, The eclipse represents the darkness taking over the light in the solar eclipse. It's the moon covering the sun. So, but the sun still tries to shine through, but it's done. The majority of it's done. So it's done. This is a mad masculine, by the way, okay? We have someone who's very, I guess that's why I picked up that kiss my ass energy. Let's look into this person right now, because I feel like it's like stay away from him right now, okay? That's just what I'm getting, is a stay away energy. Because he doesn't want to hurt you, but he will. I don't think this masculine, this is just a very emotional, trying time. As much as he's going to, it's probably the memories that are going to trigger him as well, right? This masculine, the reason he's so grouchy or, you know, trying or tired or angry is because he doesn't know what the direction is going to be now. He doesn't know exactly where he's going to be heading now. With the Two of Batons. And, you know, when I say these things, if it hurts you because you're like, oh no, he's not going to come to me, or he doesn't know if he wants to be with me, I'm not saying that. But if you do feel that, it's a good observation to step back. If he doesn't come to you, it may be he doesn't come to you. I do see at the bottom we have the Knight of Cups. That's someone coming in. But we got to stop worrying about it. We just got to, guys. Yours will snap, huh? Yeah, like this person, I feel... And it's also, remember, this is part of the reason why, too, for those of them that do have a family situation, it's the instinctual energy of don't fuck with my family. And it's just like there. Even if they're not good on good terms, it's Christmas time. So there's already a protective energy for everyone to just have a good day. And it could even be tension within because there could be family members there. You know, I remember Christmases I used to attend when I was a kid, and they were fun. But the family members, the older people, I was a child at the time, they used to cause shit with each other. Like the brothers and the sisters and the dad and the mom and the other mom and this and that. They used to like make little remarks and argue. It was so good, and because I was a kid, so I was enjoying the show. But looking at it now, it was so tense, and so much would always come out every Christmas, but I didn't care. But looking back at it, that's probably why we were always sent outside to go play. They were probably going crazy in the house. So that was on my stepdad's side. So there is that energy too. Like, it's not just about the divine feminine, like stay away from me, divine feminine. It's like, just don't piss me off, anyone. That's just what I'm picking up, guys. And it's not to be insulting. And you know what? We got to give people breaks like that. Like, yeah, and it could be because they know they made the wrong choice and they're sitting there with their family one last year. But we got to kind of give, yeah, it's good to not play. Breaks. If someone wants to have a fucking bad day and tell you to fuck off, even if it's someone you love, you got to give it a break. If it's an everyday occurrence or like even a weekly occurrence, I'm not suggesting that, but people have should be allowed, like, you know, we need to give allowance for people to have bad days and to freak out. And if you truly care about them and you truly know them, so you know that that's just a bad day, like, let it go. And I'm not saying it won't repeat, because it can happen again. I'm just saying if it's a daily basis bad day, well, then that's just a shitty mood forever. So they're not sure where this is going, where anything's going. Let's look into that Earth. Ooh, we have the High Priestess here. The Chariot. Like, seriously, that's literally saying he's not sure where anything is going right now. There's one that's ready to move, one that's not. We have the High Priestess, which represents whether you're male or female, an inner knowing. But if you don't listen to it, you're not going to know. know what to do. Sorry. You're not going to know what to do or where this is going. And this is the energy I'm getting here. But the reason he doesn't know what to do is because, you know, with the High Priestess energy, he actually is getting the instinctual message, or the instinctual direction, I should say, but he's the one fighting it. For some of them, maybe they're very spiritual, but like, in a sense, not at the same time. And that can be for anyone, like any one of us, when we are very in tune and very spiritual, but there's still times we ignore what we know we're hearing. And that's kind of like what's going on here. Let's look at the Chariot card. The Justice, you know, it's just this person knows this is over. There's fear that comes along with the ending that's going to be happening. Balance is going to be restored. And that's, you know, probably in the back of their mind too. Look at all the things I've done. What am I going to get in return now? And let's see the High Priestess. So, sorry, my nose is so itchy. It's weird because I feel like the High Priestess is in this Six of Swords. You know what I am picking up there a bit is there's an energy of knowing. This guy, this person knows. They're hearing, they're getting the signs. They're not fully listening to them. Look at how the sword is facing, you know, weird. This person knows there's something he's going to have to do. There's a fear here. It's just a fear surrounding everyone here in this case. And I think even the sad thing is that even if there's children involved, the children are feeling this as well at this point. Like they just know. And look at the one card that did fall out over there is the Devil in reverse. It's scary being released from something so strong and toxic. It really is. When you detoxify your body, the toxins come out, right? And so there's a time when you're detoxing that you're going to be sick, and it can get really ugly. People can get really bad at that. And they can be really ugly in general because you can turn into a monster because you're literally purging. And I feel that that's an energy here with the Devil in reverse. It's scary knowing what's going to be happening. Things are going to be different. It's going to be healthy, or there's going to be an opportunity for health and healing. And that's something, you know, I'm actually picking up here. Let me clarify though. That's interesting. Give me a second to just see. It's the feminine. So that's crazy because I was like looking at that and I'm getting a message and I'm like, no. So it's not just your masculine. It's actually you and your masculine that need to both be prepared for this detox that's going to happen. And there's going to be a fresh start after. Remember I said there's no more reconciliation bullshit. It's literally going to be a brand new fresh start once the toxins are taken out of this situation. Once you're both released, you're both here. That's why this card came so far away from these ones. And I know it's the Divine Feminine. What many of us have been in has been very toxic. Even if we are in contact with our person, even if our person is a great person, there's because there's settling, right? You don't stay with the devil. Who? Like never. Normally we would never stay with the devil. This would be right away. You know, and that's just reminding me, guys, it's really important to get clear about what you want. It's the best way for you to get it. If you're clear, you know, one thing I've been saying is I'm not going to have anyone come in my life. Anyone that has any involvement in any way with someone that thinks that they're, you know, in a relationship of some sort with that person. And that's just something I laid down the line on just a couple days ago. But, and I know it should be known. But you kind of, if you go back and forth in this twin flame journey and you're dealing with all this third party shit, sometimes it's time to actually lay it down and say, like, if anyone comes in my life that has not enough time for me because they have to have some time for someone else, or has someone else who even thinks that they are in a relationship with them, it's a no. It's plain and simple. And by laying down those foundations, like, you know, I'll tell you, when I got engaged, the last sentence I said to a group of people, very loud and clear, because we were drinking and whatever, this is back in the days, I was like, I don't give a F about sex. I've had enough sex. My next person will be my husband, and that's it. And I said that. The next person I was with was my fiance. We didn't make it to the husband stage. But that's how determined I was with that. And the universe brought it to me. It brought me the opportunity. Thank God we figured that out. But it brought the opportunity. So there is this energy of needing to lay down the law. And for me, it's like, if you're too busy for me, it's not that you're a bad person. It's not. Like, you know, it's not that your masculine's a bad person. If they're too busy for you, and if they think that, you know, their work is more important than you, or staying in a situation that isn't making them happy is needed, well, those are really big issues that I'm going to have from this point on. And a way that it's going to help you in the future is when someone comes forward, whether it be your masculine or someone else that you may have interest in, who knows. No more crumbs. Gail, you got it. No more crumbs. Sorry, guys. It looks like this is cutting out. Maybe that's a little bit of a sign that it's time to cut. But I just want to leave this with saying, the more specific you get and knowing and be determined, it's no longer an option to waste a whole year of sadness. And it was worth it. It was so worth it. We learned so much and we became so strong, and we got a lot of great moments with our person. So we see what can lie ahead. But who knows? Because moving forward, it's a brand new start. There's no more reconciling the past and making up with the past. We don't want the past. We want nothing from the past. Moving forward into the new year, we want a strong foundation with two people. Look at this is the energy 2020. Two people that have a masculine and a feminine foundation in order on their own. And then they can come together and, you know, if it happens. Because who knows at this point? We don't know. You have a masculine, this looks like this guy's on a bloody rampage. Who knows? Things can really switch up this year. Things can really switch up now. I've been drawn to the Aquarius season, but Capricorn season, which is coming first, and I don't know why, because I kept on like thinking Capricorn and Scorpio, even though I was getting this Aquarius message. So maybe the next 2 months, like until February, the end of February, can be some really big shifts. But it only happens when you truly cut. If you sit there and you worry about your person, or you sit there and you cry, guys, you got to get out of it. Because I'm working on that right now, like not allowing any negative thoughts to come in my head, because it doesn't matter anyways. It's over. So who cares? It's like you're single. Pretend you're single. And you know what I'm doing? And I'm not saying I'm pretending. I feel single. And I'm enjoying it. It's only been a couple days, but I know it sounds so funny, guys. But honestly, like last night I sat on my couch, I don't know, ate my bag of chips. I'm still seeing the stuff out here. Ate my bag of chips, and I'm like, like it's nice being single. And I just sat there and I'm like, look it, I get to do whatever I want. I was literally enjoying it. And I'm like, that's so weird you're saying that, but it's true. And you got to say it, and you got to embed that in your head. I recently joined a meditation program, and I just sit there and listen to it. And even if I'm not doing it perfectly, I'm like, oh, well, this is okay. Like, I'm enjoying myself. I'm relaxed. I'm chilling out here, and meditation's in the background. At least I'm doing something. I'm staying positive. And yeah, like, you just kind of gotta enjoy it. Enjoy your singleness. Seriously, like, create yourself to be single right now. That's it. So yeah, I will say, for anyone that's interested in the dream I had of Ruben, it was very weird. One thing I noticed from the dream, I'm gonna have to message him. I don't know his message stuff. Uh, so there was like a bottle of of hair product or something like that. Like, it was a bottle, and it was a bright bottle. It was beautiful. It was purple and yellow. Um, and on the back of it was Ruben. And like, he had his, like, his, cause you know, his pictures are very close up, and I'm not like, it's just, it is what it is. So it's just like his big face right there. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay. But that was the dream. And I thought it was so bizarre. I don't know what it means. I don't know at all. I think it was just, it just popped in there. But yeah, it was a funny dream. Of a white plush spider. That's weird. I thought I might have my white plush rock here. I have this rock, and it's so soft. I go to vintage markets, and years ago, I bought something that held all these rocks in it. And it's supposed to come with a sheet that says what the rocks are. And this is a company from Quebec, and the dates on it from 1800s, right? And they do this like rock collection for everyone. So archaeologists or whatever. Yeah, soft rock. I'm going to bring it out next time because I don't want to get up. And I had it for years, and it didn't have the description. So I just left it in this casing, and they're all like sucked dry into the casing so they don't, I don't know, get destroyed. And I brought it out the other day, and it's almost like, you know, those chocolates, you get a chocolate every day before Christmas. I was like cutting out the rocks, and one of the rocks, it's over there, but it's soft. It is over there. It's soft white rock. So I don't know if anyone knows what a soft white rock is. I don't think it's like ivory or anything, because these are mineral rocks. That's what it said on there. Well, I guess all rocks are minerals, but it was just so soft. Like, I felt like it might have been a carving rock or something. So it's like my favorite rock. I'm surprised I don't have it here. So I hope you guys like my new setup. I really appreciate, I'll look that up. Alabaster, I'll look that up. I really appreciate you all being here. As I said, if you book today, your reading will be in very soon, very shortly. And if not, book whenever you want, and have a really good Christmas. But I will be back, trust me. Is that what the grail is made of? I'm not sure, but it looks like something so interesting and soft. And what else am I going to say here? I think that's it for now. I just hope you guys got something from this message. And I hope you like my new setup. And it's just important to go forward in the new. It's just time to let go of the old, guys. Everything that we knew about our person, it's time to forget. And that's a little scary. Is it fun? It's a little scary for me personally, because I'm like, okay, well, it's time. It is. It's time. You all have a wonderful day as well. Thank you so much. What is Ruben's site? I don't remember the name again. We all had this conversation the other day, but we did come up with it. It has like a whole bunch of words and then Ruben. So I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't even know. Someone might know on here. I sat there thinking about it like, frig, I should have wrote it down again. Oh, I can't even get to my computer. It's too far. But I will. You know what? Next time I will say his site. And the thing is that I like about him, he doesn't have many followers. He's never asked me to ever like say anything about him. It's just the other day when I was listening to him, and I've listened to him for a couple months now, like a little bit here, a little bit there. But I always enjoy his delivery, but he does speak very fast. But the other day he brought up some facts about The feminine or whoever, there's one person that is more enlightened. And the reason is because they're supposed to lead the way. So if you think you're leading the way, you're the more enlightened one, but you're sticking around in pebbles and in a poverty, lackful situation, then that's what you're showing your person is okay to do. And when I just couldn't tune off. I was like, oh my gosh, Ruben, like the things coming out of your mouth. And he kept on getting downloads as he was speaking. And I'm like, wow, the stuff he was saying was so powerful. I love it. I think he should stick to giving the knowledge, like never mind tarot or anything else, but the knowledge conversations he has, those sentences were, yeah, shine bright. Like you are the leader, and he was bringing up the twin flame. Like, I forget what he was saying. It was so good though. But it's true. If I'm the leader, why am I putting up with bullshit? It's just you're giving them a reason to put up with bullshit. So it all comes to that. It's time to start afresh for yourself, and your person can start afresh for themselves. Does it get back to, I don't like it was leading my twin. Let's see what that says. I don't think I was leading my twin. Does it get back to you? Like, do you regret it? I'm not sure about that question, but you don't think you were leading your twin? It's not that you have to try to lead your twin. You are the leader by example, by the actions you take. So if you don't think your twin is paying attention to you, it's okay. You lead by example. And it happens all the time. So many people I do readings for, they don't reach out to their twin to say, pay attention to what I'm doing. They just do it. And then their twin all of a sudden starts noticing. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying they just jump in with you. But slowly and surely they start noticing. Okay? Bye for now, everyone. Thank you so much.